We've been doing movie nights for
years.
a Gen Xer and
A Gen Z. Random weird moments that the two of us have experienced, and there are a lot of those.
And he crashes them.
As you do.
It's like, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, where did this come from? Why are we singing?
I mean, you're not going to learn anything about the movies listening to us talk. This is the Argo City Podcast. Film, conventions, and fan life with Maddie and Matthew. And we are back.
Yes, and this week is one that I have actually been looking forward to for quite a while. Well, quite a while when I watched this movie at 2 a.m. This week, we watched the new movie, Kpop Demon Hunters.
And we've seen some commercials for this. You threw a trailer for this, and I think I'd actually already seen some sort of trailer or something like that for it.
Because, this movie went viral when it came out. So it has been everywhere.
Just that premise is enough to kind of do that.
I mean, yeah. But, literally, oh my gosh.
But the thing is, for such a gimmicky premise and such a trendy thing, they didn't have to go as hard as they did.
And I am not... I know I tend to over-exaggerate when I say how good the movies we watch are, but this movie is amazing. I know you had your things with it, but I didn't have really any complaints at all about this movie. Like I said, I watched it at 2 a.m., so I might be a bit biased, but I adore everything about this. Everything from the characters to, the story to the music, which we'll get into later.
Tell me what it's about. Give everybody an overview of this.
So, essentially, Kpop Demon Hunters it essentially follows three girls. You've got Rumi, Zoe, and Mira, and they're all, demon hunters. The point is that they essentially hunt demons with their voices and,
no, they're not hunting demons with their voices. They're hunting them with lightsabers and stuff.
Yes, but the whole thing is that their voices are powering that. Mm-hmm. It's the music that's giving them the power there.
But they're also pop idols. They're pop
exactly.
singers.
And they get their power from the fans. And the demons, who are our main enemies in this story, don't like that. So what do? They decide to make a boy band and try to fight them for the fans, which is somehow the best premise ever.
I mean, aren't all boy bands really evil in the first place?
I mean, I don't know anything about K-pop. Literally, anyways, I'm going to finish my summary before I get into that. But, let's see. Huntrix, which is what their group name, they're essentially fighting against the Saja boys for this Idol Award, which will determine, who gets all the fans and if they're able to seal
It's a Grammy. It's
Hanya.
the MTV Awards.
Yeah. For, the Hanya that, traps the demons below the surface, which, a lot of twists and such along the way, like I said, I love this movie. I'm not even really sure where to start.
I like the premise. I mean, really, I was kind of expecting and hoping for, Josie and the Pussycats meets Demon Slayer. I was expecting it to be a lot more Sailor Moon. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I did keep noticing in this, the girls are so much fun together.
I want to jump in here just for a second. I don't mean to interrupt you, but this is how girls act when we are together. We are the most obnoxious. I'm immediately relating this to me and my friend Veronica. We look insane when we're hanging out together.
Yes, when you're not when girls aren't tearing each other down and being mean girl stuff. No, I kept watching this and thinking, see, this is what I wanted from a Gem and the Holograms movie. Oh. And we just started watching. We did a little bit of that for TV nights.
Yeah, we watched a couple episodes of that. Fairly good show.
So, but the whole idea of it's generational. I was also hoping for a little bit of that.
Yeah, I wish we would have gotten more of that.
We got old pop groups. We got 60s. We got jazz, a trio from the 30s. So, I mean, it goes through. And that's kind of nice. But just the fundamental premise here that songs have that kind of power, that there's more going on there. And I do like that. I do enjoy that. I mean, this is something that's common through a lot of cultures, but I mean, literally, the Bible says that God inhabits the praises of his people. Mm-hmm. Like God is actually present within the song. There's a story about how the Jews surrounded a city they were trying to take down, and this is Jericho, and literally, they're just marching around it singing, and the walls crumble down.
But
it's even present in other cultures as well. I mean, if you look at Native Americans doing a rain dance and doing ceremonies that involve music, there's something universal there.
Yeah, can I actually jump back there for a second now that you mention it? You talked a little bit about it being a generational thing. That makes me wonder, how is this power passed down from generation to generation? Like, we know for a fact that the lady that adopted Rumi is her aunt. It's her sister's it's her sister's sister. So is it passed down by family, or is it like passed down by like the chosen one? Because we know at least one of the members has to be connected somehow, and then the other two end up. We're supposed to be getting a second movie, so maybe we'll find out more about that in the second one.
Yeah, see, my impression wasn't that there's a power that's passed down. It was that it's training to tap into a power that's already there, a power that's in the song.
I didn't even think about that.
And that would make more sense within manga and anime tradition.
Huh.
Not that you're already the best ever, but it's part of the hero's journey. You're learning, you're overcoming those obstacles, you're finding that power. It's not given to you.
Mm-hmm. No, that's I didn't actually think about that. That's actually really cool. I mean, like, kind of going into this, I had essentially no experience around anything like K-pop. I have listened to like 2 songs from the K-pop group Blackpink, but that's only because those 2 specific songs make my brain go zoom, and I like that feeling. But like, aside from that, I had to like, I watched a couple videos after I watched the initial movie to like give me some more information about this whole thing. It put me in a mini like K-pop hyperfixation only on the idea of it. I wasn't actually listening to the end of the music, but
there's so much of it, because like these bands have a lifespan of about 3 years, and then they just kind of rotate them out for the next one. So there's just so much of it.
And I mean, like, the group BTS only very recently came back into the spotlight after finishing their like mandatory military time. So even speaking of like Blackpink, apparently they're like, there's a lot of discussion online saying that they're gonna split off as soon as the contract is over, since the members are doing more solo work.
Like I said, that's what happens with because in Japan and in Korea and all around. That's just a thing. You figure the cycle is about the lifespan of junior high or high school, not both, one or the other.
Yeah.
And it's not that unusual, even in America. Pop groups like that don't have a long lifespan unless they come back as a nostalgia act later on. Mm-hmm. Like, I have one acquaintance that she just went to a New Kids on the Block concert again.
Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while.
And I mean, that was the big one when I was in junior high. And she is just still absolutely smitten and obsessed. Aww. And look, part of me is like, I shouldn't make fun of that, because I've done several years of Immortal Fest, which brings back a lot of my old favorite bands. I finally got to do my meet and greet with Petra and 2 different versions of them. But on the other hand, these guys are actually playing instruments. And it's not a band unless you play instruments.
That's true. I suppose I can't really argue with you there. We did see them messing around with instruments during the writing scenes, though.
We saw instruments there. I didn't see her playing that keyboard too much.
She was. I thought she was tapping on it.
Like, I had a lot more respect for Taylor Swift back when she was still playing her guitar and writing her own songs.
Yeah, don't say that out loud. You'll turn everyone against us.
Well, I mean, she wasn't whining quite as much about the ex-boyfriends and acting like a junior high schooler.
Okay, seriously, we really don't want their fandom to be pissed off at us. We really, really don't.
Oh, the Swifties can come for me.
Please, no. Oh, God, no. Okay, just go after him. Don't go after me. No. But actually, speaking of that, the music in this movie is amazing. I have had like 3 of those songs on repeat, specifically Takedown, Your Idol, and Like This. I think it's the one that plays at the beginning of the movie. Those things play on repeat every time I'm driving to work. Every time when I drove up to Grandma's house the other day to go swim, I had Your Idol. I had an hour playlist of it playing the entire drive there. That's how much I'm enjoying these songs.
New albums are like that. I'm currently doing that kind of with an old album from Avery Parkway, but it's like of the 3, it's the one that I just like, and I can't stop listening to
know.
this.
It's like, and then I'm gonna like burn it out, and I'm never gonna want to listen to it again.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I don't have to deal with that anytime soon.
But I mean, that's. I did notice though, there's stuff that's happening in here with the music, because yes, the music is good, and again, this is part of where I'm saying they already had the premise. They already had the elevator pitch and the hook. Mm-hmm. They didn't have to go this hard. I kind of bring this back to Josie and the Pussycats, which, first and foremost, is a better film than it has any right to be.
It's a very good film.
It's the soundtrack to that, though, is just absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. All the songs that they wrote for that and that they sang for that, it just went above and beyond anything they needed to do. And this has a similar feel.
And, specifically, since we're on the topic of songs, and I wanted to kind of discuss this with you, but the whole scene where they're writing the song Takedown, I don't know about you, but even before Rumi mentioned it, I'm sitting here like, this is a terrible idea to be writing a hate song for another group. Well, like, I immediately felt yucky about it. Like, it's a bad song. It has hateful intentions. I'm like, why would you sing this?
The diss track has a long and storied history. It's not a new thing.
Well, I know it's not a new thing.
I see bands do this back and forth probably more often than you'd realize. Sometimes you're listening to it and you don't even realize that that's what it is.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I did not like that. Even sitting and watching it at my room at 2 a.m, I really didn't. I don't know. That kind of made me icky there for a bit. But that's also just due to the fact that I hate being mean. So, I
just thought the whole process with some of this stuff, writing the song, booking the tour, or booking the concerts, and doing all that. Look, I spent most of my life in music one way or another. Mm-hmm. I have toured, I have done concerts, I have written music, I've been in bands. None of this works this fast.
It might just be
None of this is that easy.
It might just be the amazing Bobby. Bobby is the best part of this movie.
Answer me a question about Bobby.
Yes, go ahead.
Is he in on it? Does he know about the demons and the stuff?
Because he is oblivious.
Wouldn't it be a better idea for their tour manager to be in on it?
Yeah, actually, that would make more sense.
I mean, as far as the story goes, it would make more sense if they leaned into it harder, but they don't. But
that makes it funnier because he's confused all the time.
It would be funnier though if we got more of it, got more of it on the nose. If we got Lois Lane getting really upset that Clark is never around when Superman is there. I wanted that to be a little bit more explicit. They could have really ratcheted that gag up. I feel like it was there in the background and they didn't exploit it enough.
Well, yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff online, especially because Bobby is adored in the fandom, as far as I'm aware. And, I mean, he has every right to. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite parts of this movie. But, a lot of people say, that Bobby essentially, adopted the girls, in like a platonic, like parental way, just like, that's my girls, because he constantly refers to them as that. He only takes 3% of all of their profits, which definitely shows some dedication there as well.
A good manager is like that, though. A good manager is there on tour with you. A good manager has your best interests at heart. I mean, it's just like a good boss. They just that made absolute sense to me. That I got. That I understood.
I love Bobby. He is so much fun in this. I adore watching him be like confused. Him being like, "You go on a spot," or actually when the girls turn it around back on him is like, "Okay, and no, I'm not even gonna bother arguing. I'm going on this spot." And then 5 minutes later, he's at their apartment. Looks like we're going on tour. He goes with the flow with everything, and I just. Oh my gosh, the amount of cosplays I've seen online, it's so much fun.
That does not surprise me one bit. The other thing that strikes me here, it's when Rumi is losing her voice as they're practicing. Have you ever been in that position?
I mean, after a good day of, like, worship rehearsal, I would lose my voice not completely lose it. I also did completely lose my voice, like, all together for, like, 2 days in high school. It was miserable because I'm a social person and I like to talk. I figured that out by carrying around a whiteboard. I'm not even kidding. I would carry around a whiteboard around the school and I would raise my hand and I would hold up the whiteboard to answer questions because I'm that much of a nerd. But, like, so occasionally...
See... Let me tell you about the most horrifying time for me.
Uh-oh.
So I was in the middle of doing a play. And I was actually just about to start a new job as a teacher.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I lost my voice.
Oh.
Like, we did dress rehearsal and it was bad. Especially since that's when all of the reporters came they come to dress to watch that, so that they're not showing up for the actual production. They're not showing up. We're not giving them seats. No, they're coming to dress to report on the play. And and my director literally said, "You're going to have to excuse one of my leading men. Has laryngitis, so just kind of roll." It's just the most horrifying. But even during the song, during the competition, I'm sitting there and I'm listening to her because I'm listening to where the high notes go, because I know that feeling of, okay, I'm building, I've got enough momentum, I've got enough air, but is my throat going to hold out or is it going to crack? There was a couple of years ago, I came down with the worst cold ever, and so did you.
Oh, no.
And you skipped out on Sunday morning, and I also had absolutely nobody to sub for me.
Oh, I remember that day. I remember that day.
I showed up, and I lowered all the songs down a couple keys so that I could actually hit them. I also stayed far away from people. It's one of the rare times when I actually did indulge in, okay, I'm going to wear a mask when I'm sitting back just because everybody here's 1,000 years old. But, so, yeah, the whole losing your voice thing and doing that as a symptom of... We've seen that a little bit before, too, like in Spider-Man 2. When Spidey loses his confidence, he can't shoot webs anymore and stuff like that. This was so effective to me as just, I feel it. As a musician, I feel it. So, why is the bird wearing a hat?
I made it for the tiger, but the bird keeps stealing it. There's actually a piece of fan art that actually crosses over with Demon Slayer.
Okay.
And it's literally just like, you get that side thing, and then you get one of the demons in that show. They make their way over to him, and all of the crows from all of the Demon Slayers suddenly surround him, all wanting hats as well. It's the most adorable thing ever.
I want to see our Demon Slayer guys go after these boy band.
Actually, while we're on the topic of the boy bands, did you know that each of the characters in the boy band actually represent a specific stereotype when it comes to K-pop groups?
I didn't, but that wouldn't surprise me because that's actually a pretty standard procedure when anybody is casting a real life boy band.
Yeah, because like I was trying to find like the specific types with it like labeled out, but like the one that's probably the most obvious, Baby, who acts like a baby throughout it. Did you notice that when we got his part in Your Idol, it's actually one of the most sexual parts of the song because he actually does more of those like adult movements and such.
I didn't, but I mean I can see it.
It's like going against the stereotype in there, which I just find so cool.
But I mean, this is something that they would do. Okay, this is the handsome one. This is the one with the leather jacket who's the rebel. This one is the young one. This one's the sporty one. Mm-hmm. I mean, literally, like, if you go back to the Spice Girls back in the 90s.
Spice Girls?
Yes, but the names. It's Scary Spice, Ginger Spice, who's red hair.
I didn't know that.
Sporty Spice, she's the athletic one. Baby Spice, she's the young one. Posh Spice, she's the one who would get married to the big soccer player and be, rich and just rich. So it's that those templates are a thing. So I like that they're sticking with it.
And actually, while we're on the topic of characters, did you happen to latch on to any of the characters in this movie?
Not especially. Maybe the angry girl, Miri.
Ah, okay.
Maybe.
Because I wanted to say, well, you know how we actually talked about this in one of our other podcast episodes, being the one on the new Superman movie, where you discussed that you really relate to Superman as a character. I actually realized this more during my second watch through, but I found that I actually relate to Zoe as a character immensely. And I'm going to kind of go through
I can see some of it.
And I'm just going to be kind of going through some of this. Like, first starting off, one of her lyrics in the final song, "Why did I cover up all the colors inside my head?" That is a basic thing of masking. If you look at me at work compared to here, I am a lot less bubbly. I'm a lot less, energetic than when I'm at work because I'm masking. When it comes to being overly cheerful, hiding your anxiety, that's what I do. Mm-hmm. When I am anxious, I talk a lot. When I am doing that, I am constantly trying to do that. I am a mediator when it comes to things. Zoe is the one that's constantly trying to stop the group from fighting. I always find myself in that situation. And I had another point on here. And then kind of feeling, with her whole history of, being from, the U.S. and, traveling to Korea, I kind of understand that pull of, being pulled into two different worlds. And especially during our second watch through, when we were getting more of that, I'm finding I've never had a character that I've related to like that before. So that kind of hit me all of a sudden, which I've yet to find one like that. So I wanted to mention that because I thought that definitely fit me.
There's aspects of her that I thought really did too. Mm-hmm. So no, I absolutely get that. I think the demons are interesting as well. Mm-hmm. I mentioned this too. One of the things that bugs me is they do have a flawed premise. Demons aren't bad people that graduated to become demons. Mm-hmm. And so the idea of trying to redeem one of them or one of them turning good those are created things. Jason Peregrine actually came up with the best description for them that I've ever heard in one of his John Dies at the End novels. The best horror books that I've read in years. Mm-hmm. So he says, I believe in demons and worms and dark stuff from the grease trap of the universe. And I love that. This idea that they were never human. They were never alive. Now, that doesn't bother me, though, with Rumi. Because she's only half a demon.
Yeah.
And that existed. We called them the Nephilim.
Yeah, Nephilim. I've heard that in some of the fan fiction that I've read.
Well, I mean, this is straight out of Genesis, where demons mated with human women and this is where, and they bring forth this other race. This is where we get giants at some point as well.
Oh. Huh.
So it doesn't bother me with her. It bothers me a little bit with him. And for a while, I'm like, oh, I don't like this. This is going to be, he's a nice demon, and he's going to redeem it. No, not so much.
No,
he kind of does at the end of it, the last 3 seconds, right before he disintegrates into a ball of fine red mist.
But no, like I was telling you, like I don't think it's gonna go where you think it's gonna go.
Right, but that's where the tropes would lead me, and especially because I'm still expecting some Sailor Moon here, and they do some interesting things. You mentioned you really like the Idol song at the end.
It's my favorite out of all of them.
But I think it's so fascinating because of what it's describing. I mean, if you listen to I'll Be Your Idol, I'll love you for your sin. I won't condemn you. I will love you for your sin. I'm all you need.
And keeping you in check, keeping you obsessed. Like
it is so perfect. That is really such an absolute perfect description of that kind of that deception. It's just that I thought was, again, there's so much philosophical underpinning here that I could explore. And this is where I keep coming back to. They didn't have to go this hard.
No, and actually, while we're on the topic of the Demon Boys, another theory that I've been seeing online a lot. They're we get to see a good portion of each of the Demon Boys as they're like singing and yada yada yada.
Uh-huh.
More so when they're like off stage. Do you remember the scene that happened right after the the signing event where they're throwing their flowers into the trash and they're like walking past?
And you just kind of see the disdain.
Yeah, but did you notice that some of them seemed more tired than others? There's a whole theory that some of those boys, they're more zombie than they are like actual human, or not human, but like actually alive, actual demon.
So, you could even take that a step further. What if they are possessing human bodies, inhabiting human bodies, and some of those are not as up to snuff as others?
Yeah, I would say
not all of them have the abs.
I would disagree with you there, only just due to the fact that we see more of their type of demon in the crowd during the first bit of the movie. But no, and actually, fun fact, did you know that all of the Saja boys, they all have the same model, except for the one with the abs, because they had to render him up.
Oh, that's hilarious. You mentioned something about the band.
Oh, yes. So, around the time where Bobby is looking through the stuff from their golden thing as they're slowly moving up the charts, we see under that name is Twice. They are actually a group, and they actually sang for most of the songs in this. So I love how they threw in that Easter egg. I also saw that in one of my 107 facts about Kpop Demon Slayers.
See, I thought that was interesting because I've mentioned I'm going to keep coming back to Josie and the Pussycats on here. It's a good comparison.
I figured as much.
That's not Rachel Lee Cook singing as Josie. So that's actually Kay Hanley. She's the lead singer for Letters to Cleo.
Oh, no, yeah, there's a singing actor and a speaking actor. There's two different ones.
So that's why you mentioning, okay, this band is here. This band is doing, the backups are doing. I like that kind of an Easter egg, and I like that kind of acknowledgement because the band, the singers, are not the ones that are, they're not front and center. They're not the ones that are getting the credit for doing it. So I like that. I like that they're sneaking that in there.
And another thing that I just kind of wanted to discuss with you, and we talked a little bit about this, but characters aside, the modeling and the facial expressions throughout all of this is absolutely incredible. Our girls, they are not dainty little beautiful little things. They are full on voices.
They are. They can be, and they can. You know what the modeling reminded me of? It reminded me a lot of Turning Red. The hyper expressions.
I was gonna say, I know the lady that created it. She worked on Rava the Last Dragon and Moana 2, 1. I think it was 1. So there is probably some of that influence in there.
It could. I mean, those movies don't get quite the intensity of emoting that Turning Red does.
Yeah.
And when these girls go off.
When
they go off on a tangent, it's absolutely that. It's when it's ramen, when it's
in the middle of a rap song, by the way.
When it's sushi. You know what? You're old enough. We need to actually get you to try sushi. I'm going to take you to a Chinese buffet or something.
Oh, goodness.
When it's the couch.
Like, literally, just couch, couch, couch. When you Google K-pop Demon Hunters, when you Google it, couch, 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 it just appears on top of the Google line. I discovered that, and I showed you a screenshot of that on my phone, which is just amazing. I give absolute props to the team. Another thing that I just wanted to mention, like, just the characterizing. Like, our characters, they cough when they suddenly start speaking too high. One of the Saja boys slips in the bathroom. He's saying hee 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 as he's running down the hallway. Like, I can see these people as actual people because this is something that would happen in real life. Like, I adore the way that they're written to make it seem so realistic.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And that's really the thing that I keep coming back to and that I keep coming away from this with is this is not what I was expecting. I was expecting something much lighter, much more popcorny. They again, there's a lot of philosophical underpinnings here. There's a lot of emotional arcs going on here. There's a lot more than just the popcorn bubblegum that I was expecting this to be.
No, I walked into this movie thinking it would be stupid, but I was really surprised to be wrong. But you know the one thing we actually didn't really fully discuss? We didn't discuss our Mr. Derpy Tiger. He is one of my favorite parts of this movie. Like, he has such bad OCD. When he's walking towards Rumi while, like, delivering a message,
Yes.
he knocks over the plant, and we spend at least 20 seconds of him just attempting to move it up. Just trying to stand it up.
I have a theory about that, though.
Oh?
So, you've seen enough, like, ghost hunter shows and stuff like that with me, and enough horror with me that you're familiar with the idea of surrounding the perimeter of someplace with a circle of salt.
Yeah, for, like, protection.
Okay. Do you know why that's supposed to work? Do you know what the original folklore and theory is?
Hang on, give me a second. Wasn't it because, like, salt was, like, purified or something back in the day?
No.
Oh.
So, the idea was you put salt across your threshold.
And they'd have to count it.
Yes.
That's what, okay.
They have to count every single grain because they have such bad OCD. And that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Like, okay, you just put a bunch of things there to distract the demonic tiger. And the demonic tiger, it's like a giant Cheshire cat.
I adore him.
Mixed with a Japanese demon mask with, like, the weird curvy teeth. It's so bizarre. And, like, all you see at first in the shadows is its eyes.
Yeah.
And then it walks out of the shadows. And it does not get better.
What do you mean it doesn't get better? He's my fluffy little baby.
That thing looks horrifying. Like it can curse you by breathing on you.
Okay, I'm just going to have to say you're wrong here because he is... I love him.
If he was a good cat, he would have worn his hat.
He didn't get the choice. The bird stole it from him. I'm just like... And then he knocked it over again and then proceeded to pick it up. We literally get a whole scene where Rumi is desperately trying to hide him in her room because she knocked over the trash can and he couldn't sink into the floor all the way.
You know, and this is exactly what I'm talking about when it's like, this movie is not what you're expecting.
It is not.
And it goes from some of this lunacy, and I expected it to just be completely just this lighthearted lunacy. Mm-hmm. It'll go from that to character beats, to ideas, to this, to pop music. There's actually a lot to recommend here. There's a lot to really like here.
Yeah. Before we do end off for the day, I have one more question for you.
Uh-huh.
What was your favorite song?
I really don't know.
I don't know.
Because I only got exposed to them all once. I will probably go back and listen through some of this. I like some of the stuff that is more synthy, that has the padding behind it so that it's more of a surround sound. That first song was not it.
What?
The ones that you like are probably not the ones that I liked. Because I'm looking for something different in that sort of music. I'm looking for something that is bigger, fuller, symphonic, and just kind of
So, yeah,
oozes into your inner ear.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not
like
necessarily
more like
looking for the
golden
pop
or
hook.
something like that. Okay, I'll have to send you on your homework then, and I'll have to check up on you in like a week to ask again, because I genuinely love a lot of the stuff in this. But I do think that is all the thoughts that we had for K-Pop Demon Hunters. Please watch it. It's on Netflix. Please, for the love of God, watch this movie. It is so great. It is so much fun. I would totally recommend it to whether you're just interested in a funny movie, or if you want something more deep, or if you just want to listen to it for the music. I'm not judging. But yeah, I suppose we will see you guys next week with the movie box of Doom. Bye!